Howdy folks, GRebner here with GRebner Outdoors. New videos every Saturday, so if you don't want to miss out on your GRebner Outdoors Saturday morning cartoon awesomeness, make sure to click subscribe and check my channel every Saturday for new videos. I love reading your comments and I really do appreciate all of you that watch. Today I'm going to be giving you a tree stand tour. Some guys tend to name bucks that they find on their trail cams, but I'm going to show you my stands without getting terrible specific. Now keep in mind, I hunt mostly private, family-owned ground. So, to all you guys that have public land and get to do the backcountry hunting, cherish that, because Illinois deer hunting ain't like that Pike County pornography you guys see on television. Just got done putting this stand up here, putting in my spikes. Got my camera arm screwed in there for the over the shoulder. Got the creek running behind my stand here. Got a thicket right down there. Should be a cake or gravy shot for these trees to funnel these whitetails right past me here. I made sure to leave these tree limbs right here to break up my outline. But sadly, I did have to take quite a few limbs off to be able to actually screw in my steps correctly. And one thing that you guys probably want to pay attention to is, movement is your enemy. So you always want to position your stand, if you're right-handed, to put your left side toward where you think the deer are going to show up. But this is the creek stand, so I'm going to take you over to the field stand. Welcome to the field stand. Now those of you that watched my archery season from 2015, you'll remember this stand, this very same tree, but I have repositioned it. That field that was in soybeans last year is in corn this year. Critters ate my deer stand seat. Damn it all to hell, right? Now I probably could have killed several deer last season across this fence line, but my morality and my ethics demanded that I get permission from the landowner. And by the time that I actually tracked him down, prime time for the season was over. But I have repositioned this stand so that I can shoot from a sitting position directly down into the field. So hopefully after it gets picked, I'll be able to catch something foraging right here along the tree line in the first couple rows. Got the clearing down here, but for the most part, I've never even seen a deer come into this clearing. I've always seen them literally right down there in that field. Again, if you watched my archery season from 2015, you'll remember that particular field that was the bane of my existence. But I got permission. I got my tree stand repositioned. Of course, now I got to get a camera arm screwed into here too. Well, this here's my pond stand. Got a cornfield on the other side of the fence. Hopefully, there will be a deer standing like right there, 15 yards away from my stand here, or right about there, 15 yards away on the outside of this clearing. Call it the pond stand because back there between the fork of the tree is the pond where I do all my trot lining and most of my fishing at. Squirrels chewed up my camera mount arm here, but at least they didn't chew off my seat too bad. Man versus nature, what can I tell you? But this is my pond stand. Now, down here and all around me here, we did actually frost seed some alfalfa into the fescue. So hopefully there will be some winter forage out here for the deer to eat. But I'm just hoping for a buck to chase a doe across that fence and right on past me. Welcome to my Marsh Stand. This one is brand new, still got the seat on it. Need to put a camera arm on this one before season comes. Got a rub tree right down there, that dead ass pine. A lot of leaves so you can't really see, but there's a marsh back here in this arroyo. So if there's one thing I've learned, it's deer go where hunters don't. And so I couldn't imagine a deer coming here if I hadn't got trail camera pictures of a deer literally walking right under my stand. So, as you can see from where this stand is positioned at, I've got my weak side facing where I think the deer is going to come from. And if he comes from this way, hopefully, I'll at least be silent enough. Yeah, I know, right? But I'll hopefully be at least silent and still enough to let him get over here to where I can take a shot at him. But if I got to, I can always swing around. But standing up to take your shots, probably not the best option if you can avoid it. Again, always try and position your stands so the direction you think they're going to come from is on your left side if you're right-handed. Not terribly important for gun seasons because you can always shoot a gun left-handed if you got to. Kind of different and more difficult with a bow and arrow. Welcome to my pine stand. Now, one thing that you might have noticed is that I don't have access to, quote, prime deer timber, because for the most part, the only timber that we have, that I have access to, other than the public land, which is a joke, is land that is too inhospitable for agriculture. So I've got these pine trees. This is highly erodible because there's a little gravel bottom pond down here. But I've got a hay field out the front, and this is kind of like a little pocket jungle because 1,000 yards away is the closest trees. Got the cornfield out there to the north. That's fescue cattle pasture over there. But I've got the alfalfa right here. And I've got this erosion strip here, mowed down real short, trying to get some food plots started in it. Got a lot of black locust trees back behind me here. At least I don't have to worry about having my outline broken up because these pine needles will be here all year round. But you might have noticed that I don't live in real tree land. I live in reality. At least I've got a good TreeStand camera arm set up here. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching your GRebner Outdoors TreeStand tour. As always, God bless all my sportsmen of America. Join the NRA to protect our rights. Please check out my friends over at SOETacticalgear.com. Thank you very much to those of you involved in law enforcement and those of you serving in the military. And thanks for watching GRebner Outdoors. Get hyped, because I'm breaking the curse this year. I sure as hell hope so.